Hello there, I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Train Fever. In the last episode, what we put together was this magnificent goods line, which is transporting our wood from the forest, I suppose, to our sawmill. And as you can see from the train, it's rocking 21 of 24. It's pretty much full. And this is fantastic. Now, the concern I had at the end of the episode was, actually, could this single train on its own deliver enough wood to hit demand? The answer was no. No, it can't deliver enough wood to actually hit demand. So I was umming and ahhing about maybe putting some carts back into production in order to fill that need. And then I came up with a better idea. I've added a second train. And check this out, it is full. We are full of lumber. So, I mean, effectively, these trains deliver just over once a year. So, every 2 or 3 years, they're going to deliver multiple times in a year. But that means that I'm delivering 48 wood in a year at the moment. And by the time that becomes a factor, hopefully, there will be new technology available to make it easier. Now, I've put a rudimentary kind of signalling system in place here in order to let things through. Now, obviously, these guys are both waiting for this, fairly lengthy piece of single track that runs up to the goods yard, and actually, that's not helpful. In fact, it's worse than not helpful. It's actually counterproductive. So, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to make a spur onto the main line again. And then branch over onto the other side. And what that should accomplish is it will allow people to pass with far less hanging around. That's the goal. So basically, they'll go up on this track here. They'll come back out, cross onto the main line, and everybody's happy, or at least they are happy until I add passenger services, and that's what's coming next. How do we feel about this? Do we feel that this is going to be in any way even remote? No, we don't. We don't feel anything about that at all. We feel nothing positive with regard to that piece of structural engineering. Are you merged together? Of course you're not. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? So what we want to do is we want to get this over, running in parallel here. And then, with enough room, we can merge onto the track. Again, as mentioned before, it is not essential that these trains maintain top speed. That's not a thing that's important. But if we stick one there and we stick one, where should we go? Here. Yeah, that's good. Let's have a look at our route. There we go, and it's already figured out the best route to take. What it hasn't done is it hasn't switched track. What I want to do is get it over onto this side, because that's going to help with my next startling move. Let's put, so this is going to require a little bit more signalling. If we put one about, where are we thinking? About there. That will work. And then another one here. Yes. And another one there. That should do the trick. Now, we're going to have to make a slight adjustment to the route. So, which station is... What are you? You're Dukenfield West. Okay, so after West, I want you to hit this signal, which you already are. Add another station, please. And then I want you over the other side of the track as quickly as possible. And the reason this is important will become clear imminently. There we go. That's got it. And then you're going to charge all the way down there on the other side of the track. Now, that might actually speed up the amount of stuff we're delivering. It might just do. Might just do it. Anyway, we've got cash coming in. This good service is doing a sterling job of bringing money in. If we have a quick look at our balance here, you can see last year we broke 2 million for the first time, and I bought a new train. Ha! So this year, hopefully even more. Either way, we've got cash coming in aplenty, so I'm optimistic as is so often the case, that I can get all the way down to Great Yarmouth and get a train running. In fact, why the hell am I optimistic? There's almost no chance of that happening. Well, if the money keeps coming in, then, you know, then it will work. Right, passenger station. We'll go 2-track here. We'll do 320 metres. Now, we were talking about running in parallel to the river. So I'm going to want to get some town road going here. Pretty much exactly like that, except with less terrain alignment collision. There isn't too much curvature at all. You're having a laugh. You're deluding yourself if you think I'm going to let you get away with that. Okay, right, and then a bit of station action would be splendid at this point, and right about there, it looks amazing. So it's a glorious place for a station. Bit more road. Just to, you know, the reason I add extra roads at this kind of stage in a bit of town build-up, pretty much everybody watching this has watched one before, is it encourages growth in a direction that I actually want the town to grow. That's not attractive, but you know, we'll take it. So hopefully we'll get a couple of houses in there somewhere. We'll get some on the other side. I'll probably build some kind of magnificent bridge type structure to get them over the side of the road. Other side of the road? That's not a road, that's a river. And then we'll do the same here. Meanwhile, I want to run track. I'm going to run it as far as there, which should prove enough of a dissuasion to stop people building in front of where I want my tracks. Now, we're only going to build one train to start with on here. It might end up being two. It depends what the journey time is. But we're going all the way up onto the main line. Well, what we're calling the main line over there. So let's not muck about. Let's get on with it. And if we can keep it as flat as possible. Now, historically, at this stage of the game, what I've been doing is I've been building very, very short segments of track in order to keep the costs down. Now, the good point about that is it lets you keep the costs down. The bad point is that you end up changing the elevation of the track on a regular basis. So you end up with a lumpy, ugly, terrifying ride for all concerned. Guaranteed motion sickness for every passenger. And that's not what we want. Now, I think, all things being equal, we actually want to hack a hole through there. How does that feel? That feels relatively sane. Are you actually connected? You are. Okay. Now, I want to double track this immediately, if possible. Do I? Why? Why do I want to double track it immediately? Why would you want to spend that kind of money? So that I can get things running on the right side of the track? Yeah, I think you're just spending money excessively there for no good reason. Are you connected? Getting the track to clip is all important. By which I mean that if we shorten this, if you've got a gully down the middle, setting a set of points, it's going to tell you that you have to build it in 2 steps, which you don't want to do. What you do want is no gully in the middle, right? If you've got a gully in the middle, points, forget it. No gully, and everybody's pleased to see you. No, right. Now, sometimes if you're trying to do what I was doing there, it won't have it. It will just go, nah, that's not what you're trying to do at all. Whereas if you build an entirely fresh piece of track like that, it fills in straight away. At which point, when you try and connect the 2 back up again, it should be happy pretty much straight away. And what do you mean terrain alignment collision? That can't possibly be true. Stop feeling fragile, track. Come on, this is easy. This is your bread and butter type behaviour we're doing here. There we go. So we've got a minor gully there, but that's okay. I just won't put points in that section. So we will put points here, and this is entirely devised just to get us over the other side of the track. I'll run single track for now, because I don't want to spend any more money just now. But there we go. Hey, we're in business. Right, new line. Okay, we're going to go from Great Yarmouth up to Dukinfield. Right, let's see what it feels in terms of where it's going to run into. Now, running into green side of the station, that's fine. Coming back out, then merging over onto that side, that's equally as intended. And then it's going to run down that side of the track, which is also fine. Now, there may be some signalling requirements going on here. Oh, what are we talking here? We're talking Dukinfield, Yarmouth. That's the no. We've got a hyphen in there. That's the naming convention we're going for this time around. I'm a big believer, for those unaware, in consistent naming conventions, because that way, as long as you remember what your naming convention was, you can remember what you're actually shipping on that section of track. And it looks like I might have created a log jam between my other two trains. We'll go and have a look in a sec. Anyway, buy a train. Let's pause the game while I do so. I want a Borsig, yes. And we'll have these Bavarian cars, which are most splendid. We'll take 4 on there. 32 passengers is possibly excessive. Actually, at this stage of the game, it might not be. I have been building these towns up reasonably well. Where are we? Dukinfield, Yarmouth. Off you go. Now, you're probably going to tell me some old chat about waiting for a free path. Are you waiting for a free path? I'm not currently waiting for a free path. But once we've got this established, we should get to a point where waiting for services to pass doesn't happen too often. Now, chances are this... No, that's not happened, has it? Oh, because we've got the secondary route here. So providing this signal is doing as it should, which it is, then everything is glorious. Excellent. Right, so we want passengers to be using this station. So next up is we're going to put a bus stop out here somewhere. Do we want it? No, we don't want it on that side. We want it on this side. Okay, that's going to prove to be more of a challenge to get people using it. But still, people will use it if they know what's good for them. So here's our current the current scenario, which is I imagine several of these vehicles down here are doing passengers between Dukinfield and Yarmouth. Not Fulong Road. Where are we? Dukinfield, Yarmouth. Here we go. We've got 4 running that one at the moment. New line from here to there. Have you found a good way of doing that? Yeah, well, okay, you're turning back on yourself, but the important thing is that you're doing it. And the reason for just this single point-to-point service is this is right in the centre of town, and that's going to make a difference in a moment. Dukinfield internal. There we go. At which point we will take who's closest. We're going to change someone's manoeuvre based on their proximity to where we are now. You're working... That's the fella. Right, you're running Dukinfield internal. Turn round. Come back. Okay, we're only going to run one coach. As mentioned before, I would rather leave passengers behind and ensure that we've got constantly full coaches than run more than that and risk having half empty solutions going out there. Half empty solutions? Really? You're going to go for the word solutions? Yeah, I am. Deal with it. Right, new line, same deal, Yarmouth, and we can retask another one of those coaches. Yarmouth, interesting. Yarmouth internal. Thank you. That's all set, and then we want, where are you for Yarmouth? You're now Yarmouth internal. Set line, off you trot. And then with the last 2 that we've got running on there, we'll assign those to the ones that are currently got the longest trip. What shall we look at here? It's not going to be one of the internals. It's I think we can do Dukenfield Newton. I feel happy about that. Dukenfield Newton, set line, off you go. And the last one we will put on, I don't know, where are we going to put it? Well, I guess it's going to be Dukenfield Earthling, but that doesn't feel like it really needs another service at the moment, does it? We got Newton to anywhere exciting? No, we haven't. Okay, well that's what we'll do. Dukenfield Yarmouth, Dukenfield Newton. Now, obviously, that's quite wasteful of me. If I'd have been sensible about it in the slightest, what I would have done is I'd have waited for them to reach the destination they were currently working towards and then moved them. But I don't have that kind of time. I have got other things to be doing, bigger fish to fry. Are you carrying anybody? Not yet. Well, that's because I've only just put the coach service out of business. And what's going on at this end of the equation? There we go. What are we waiting for? You're waiting for Dukenfield Newton, Dukenfield Earthling. We want Dukenfield Internal. That's what I'm hoping you learn to love. Nothing waiting. Okay, well, I'm confident it will pay off. It's just going to take people a little while to get used to the concept. Meanwhile, back at the sawmill, try to deliver more wood. I don't think I can. How are we doing? Where's the hold up? What are you waiting for? You're waiting for... What are you waiting for? Oh, you're waiting for this fella. Oh, okay, right. In that case, let's put a signal in here, because you shouldn't have to wait for him. Signal, gimme. Signal, there. I haven't got 3 grand. Oh, crud. I have got 3 grand. No crud. And where else would be useful? So we're waiting for that one to switch at the moment. In fact, if I were to put one there, that would solve it immediately. Alright, what's the time on this train? Dukenfield Yarmouth, 11 minutes. Okay, that's acceptable. We ought to follow this, I suspect, to see if it's going to get held up anywhere. There we go, fast passing train service, marvellous. All good. So, as with all new passenger services at this stage of the game, you're always going to be waiting for demand to build up a little. And I'm really optimistic it's not going to take too long, because I can't afford to be running unprofitable train services. That's not a thing I can readily afford. And if we look at our revenues for the current year, where are we? November. Yeah, revenues are down to 1.2 million. Our peak was at 2 million, which is the first year that I ran 2. Is it really? You sure about that? So look, new vehicles. Yeah, totally is. 2 million was the first year that I bought that second goods service. All being well. What's the hold up here? Who the hell are you waiting for? Right, okay, well we can put another signal in here because it's waiting for the other goods train to come through. We can put that there so at least it can proceed to the next signal. And you're of course waiting in order for that to clear so you can get through onto the same thing. Now, having them wait a little while is not disastrous. The only bit that's disastrous is if they end up facing each other on the same piece of track. And I've laid enough signals in my time now to be able to avoid that kind of behaviour. So, carrying 24, good man. That's what we like to see. Now, what have we got waiting at the station here? 14, soon to be 16. Trains coming in. Talk to me. You're producing 52, currently 15 waiting. If one of these trains leaves without a full load, that's actually a good thing, because it means that there's more capacity in the service. But, as you can see, we're getting pretty close to capacity already. Are you carrying any passengers? Of course you're not. Don't be ridiculous. Look, I need very soon. I need you to start making me some money. Come to the station, people. The station is lovely. Station is life. Station is your future. It will take you to the heady heights, the furious thrills, the uneasy pleasures of Dukinfield. Where are you heading, madam? Or sir? Certainly looks like madam. Going home. No, you don't want to come to the station. What about you, sir, in your overalls? You're going home. And you've already got to where you're going. Come on, people. It's really a thing that you want to be doing. And I wonder if I have ruined myself here. I mean, I'm making enough money in other places that shouldn't be a problem, but it certainly will slow down both growth and profits. And you know, at the moment we're in the business of cycling most of what we earn into building more services. But because these passengers the train station's empty, I imagine. Yep, the car is as well. Crap. Come on, someone wait for a bus. Do you know what? Now you can no longer travel by steam cart. You're no longer interested in going to Dukinfield. Did I not mention the uneasy thrills? Come on, one of you people will wait at this bus stop. Any time now. Any one of you. One of you will go, bus stop for me. This is so terribly unreasonable. Here we go. Nobody waiting. Look, here it comes. You can ride on the future. It's got a chimney and it's driverless. Spectral cab for anyone. Knickers. Okay, so that's obviously going to take some time to build up, and I don't know what I'm missing. I must be missing a trick. And I bet the problem is with regards to the station being on this side of town. If it was on this side, maybe people would be more eager. I don't think that's going to be the case. Do you think that's the case? I think that's the case. Meanwhile, what have we got waiting here? Oh, yeah. Oh, take me to Newton or Earthling by all means. In fact, way more people than I can actually carry are interested in that kind of behaviour. Ho-hum. Okay, right. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for this time. I need that one to start paying off, or I need my my good services to really, you know, start uplifting. Equally, I've probably got the cash coming in sufficient to kind of replicate this setup, this kind of 4-town, 5-town, 6-town setup that I've got going on now in another part of the map. And by the time I've got that equally established, maybe the original will be ready to you know, beef itself up to get strong like bull. Hold everything. I see a little something that means business. Oh, you're waiting for Dukinfield Internal. Okay. What, do you not... Why? How are you over here? How did that even happen? Well, I'm not gonna question it too deeply. You know, it's good that they want to ride on the taxi, but I would sooner they wanted to ride the train. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Next time around is going to depend largely on what happens between now and next time around. Let's hook that up to there and see if that makes anyone happy. Yeah, all being well, someone will want to ride this incredibly expensive and so far white elephant-esque train, because right now I'm just paying it to test the track out. Damn. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you very soon. Leave a comment, by all means, please do. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch up with you in the very near future. Thanks for watching. Cheerio!
Listen.